Like if you work night shift sometimes up north, I went full 21 days one time, I never seen the sun.
Canada's one of the biggest oil producers in the world. And so when we look decades out into a net zero future where there's no more oil, it causes a lot of worry about what that means for Canada's economy and for all the people who work in the oil fields in Alberta. We came across the first glimmers of a solution at a condo construction site in Scarborough, where oil drillers from Alberta are now drilling for geothermal in Toronto. Benji Perry is from Harbour Breton, Newfoundland, and like many of his compatriots, after he graduated high school, he flew straight out to work in the oil patch in Alberta.
Worked the big rigs for a bit, then the small rigs, and then I've done a lot of different types of drilling over the last 20 years. Back then, it's all competition. The faster the rig, the more work you got, right? So everyone's like basic balls to the wall, get her done kind of thing, atmosphere, and now it's kind of slowed down a bit.
This is an entire industry of itinerant workers where people fly in to remote work camps in northern Alberta for 3 weeks and then fly home to Newfoundland for 1 week.
I worked my 24 days and I partied for a few days, then I slept for a couple of days, and then I went back to work and done it all over again, vicious cycle. But like I told you earlier, it's a job, but like those types, it was a job, but it was more of a lifestyle.
Benji's now doing the same thing, but it's a much shorter flight to Toronto, and he gets more time off as a result.
Here now, I have a life. Like I work 12 hours. If I want to go back to the house and go out for a beer, me and the boys go for a beer and watch the hockey game tonight, we can. Like I spent 10 years in camp, but it's basically the closest thing you're going to be to jail. Here we're finding a determined depth for geothermal. Out there we're looking for oil and gas. So out there you're kind of on a scavenger hunt. Here we know exactly where we got to be. Because like I worked on some holes out there up to 5 kilometers deep. Here we're going to 800 feet, so it's a little different.
The condo site in Scarborough is just one of dozens of towers which are now slated to be built with geothermal heating. How geothermal works is basically that instead of burning natural gas to heat the building, they drill down hundreds of meters into bedrock where it stays constant temperature year-round. So in the summer, you can pump water down there and it cools down, and you bring it back up to cool the building. But in the winter, when you pump water down there, it warms up and you bring it back up to heat the building.
There's a lot of people coming into Canada. They need places to live. Housing is terrible right now, and it seems like geothermal is the way to go. There's 6 or 7 of us here actually from the oil patch. Same concept, like basically it is hard work, yes, but here it's more mechanical.
What's so interesting about talking to a former oil driller like Benji is that he's not in this for the climate. He's not in this because, you know, he cares about the politics of climate change. He's in this because it's work he loves and it pays well, and turns out geothermal's more consistent and he's able to get more year-round work than he ever was able to do out west.
When I worked with the bigger rigs, the price of oil really cared because it's oil crashed. They weren't going to take it out of the ground. They're not going to lose money, right? Like geothermal is more steady work, to be honest with you. It's a lot safer. I got more of a life really. In camp, I got to go to my room, and yeah, you can go to the TV room, but there's probably 200-300 other guys there watching Dr. Phil kind of thing, you know what I mean? And you can't watch the hockey game. But usually geothermal right now, been here for 5 years in the GTA. It's been consistent, non-stop for 5 years, so I can't see it going anywhere else. A lot more builders in Toronto than there is oil companies in Alberta. So